this is a team now with Dennis Schroeder, their point guard out right now, and health and safety protocols, who's going to struggle to find offense. You're starting to see Anthony Davis get back to himself. But this is a team playing some very good teams coming up here, that you just don't want to get into a situation in the postseason where you can be one and done or two and done in that play-in tournament. That is, that is really difficult to come out of and compete for a championship. But I still think the Lakers have great confidence that if they can get LeBron right, whatever the path is in the West, whether they have to come out of the play-in and play the Suns, play the Jazz in the first round, that with a healthy LeBron James, they can beat anybody. And certainly those teams don't want to see the Lakers early in the playoffs. But regardless, it is setting up a really difficult road to a championship for this LA team.
Woj, what's the latest status just on AD and how his Achilles is doing? Obviously, he played the other night. It looks fine, but what's the status?
Yeah, he's been, listen, you've seen him start to get back and look like himself. He's been a more dominant player here in the last game or two. That was a great win over Denver without LeBron. Certainly important in the standings. I think important for the confidence of that group. And I think AD's confidence, in his return, they're going to have to really lean on AD now, especially whether LeBron's away from the court and not playing in these next few games. And then once he comes back, I think the burden on AD is going to be even greater. He showed in the playoffs last year that he's able to carry that. This is certainly one of the top 10, top 8 players in the entire league, certainly, maybe one of the best 5 players in all of the NBA. So, that's a burden I think that he welcomes and he can handle. But there's going to be a lot put on him if the Lakers are going to advance in the West and dig themselves, out of the hole they're probably going to have coming out of the regular season into the playoffs.
Woj, great stuff. The defending champs certainly going to struggle to get just into the playoffs, it feels like, if they don't have LeBron James. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Woj.
Thanks, guys. All right.
All right. I mean,
can you just think about this for 1 second? We have our NBA Finals last year, the Miami Heat versus the Los Angeles Lakers. We're potentially talking about the Lakers being in the play-in tournament. The Heat are 6, by the way.
Amazing.
In the East.
Yeah.
They're on the verge of potentially being in the play-in tournament as well. Our NBA Finals last year.
Yeah.
That's how quickly things can change.
I'm telling you, it's the turnaround. I mean, the turnaround is a big part of this. You have to, not you put an asterisk on the season or any of that stuff, but the turnaround is a difficult one for those teams that got to the finals.
But why, though? Because the injury is not his injury, his leg got,
that was a freak accident.
His leg, it's a freak accident.
Yeah, that wasn't a wear and tear.
And then AD is just
always hurt.
I didn't say that. You said that. I don't
It's a lot of wear and tear, though. Then you have COVID protocols. That hit the Miami Heat really hard at the beginning of the season. Obviously, for Dennis Schroeder right now, here's something else that we didn't mention with Woj. But, you have no LeBron James out for an extended period of time. I would sit him the rest of the regular season. Obviously, you have to manage where you are. But I need him healthy when the playoffs start, especially if you get to a two-game series.
Well, if you're in a 7-10, he's got to be ready to play.
He has to be ready to play in that game. I need him in that game.
Yeah.
Regardless, he's got to play.
But one thing we're not talking, Dennis Schroeder is out 10 to 14 days.
Well, which means the rest of the season.
So he'll be back for the
playoffs.
Yes.
But that's COVID protocol as well. So now it's solely on the shoulders of Anthony Davis and the supporting cast.
We sitting at 6 tight.
Well, think about this. Think about this, because you do play. You have the Clippers
tomorrow night
on Thursday. Friday game. Is it Friday, right? Is it Friday or Saturday?
No, it's back-to-back.
But the Clippers
against
are missing
the Trailblazers.
Right? Clippers are missing Kawhi.
I think Kawhi played.
Kawhi actually did. Yeah,
did
they
he
were
come
going
back?
to sit him, and then he played.
Okay.
Yeah. But you also have that Trailblazers game, by the way. That's
huge game.
You lose that game,
huge game.
You are now in the 7th
tiebreaker. That's a tiebreaker for the regular season.
Yeah, you drop. So that's how critical that game is. But Jay, you said it earlier in the show, and it's worth bringing back the conversation about LeBron talking about how he'll never be 100%. Throughout his whole career, I've always said his best ability was his durability. The guy just played every game, never got hurt. That was always a thing. But he's reaching now a point where he's older, the mileage on him.
2 out of the last 3 years, he's had injuries.
Yeah.
This is starting to become a thing with him that you have to be concerned with, because he means so much to the success of your team that without him, you are a marginal team.
But see,
marginal.
There's no question about that without him. But the injuries they're not old injuries from being old. Guy landed his big body on his leg.
But recovery
The
when
other
you're
one's
older is a lot
hamstring.
different.
And the other one was a hamstring situation.